So some amazing news hit the waves today. It seems that IDW Comics is going to be giving us a new Transformers series and not something that just stems from that of the G1 bubble. It seems that we pretty much have ongoing series of G1 or spin-off series of G1 or crossovers with G1. But now we got something for the 90s kids, and we got something that's perfectly timed for when its release date is planned in February of 2021. We know we have the Transformers Kingdom toy line, the next iteration of the War for Cybertron trilogy, and its huge Beast Wars lean, and that is planned for an official street date of January of 2021. Might break street dates and hit early in December of this year, but more or less, this is going to come out, and then we're going to have a comic book to go alongside with that. Not to say that the comic book is going to be pulling from the same lore of War for Cybertron or using the same general, planned toys and everything like that, but we do know that we are getting a Beast Wars comic book for the 25th anniversary of the brand, and this is spectacular. Beast Wars, anyone who listens to the podcast knows that I love this series. I felt that it's always been the best characterization and development of characters for a Transformers series. Some of the best writing, if not the best writing, if not the best voice acting. It's one of those things where you're not going to be able to read this book without hearing all those iconic voices. That's how good Beast Wars is. But that being said, we have this new series. We don't know if it's an ongoing yet or if it's a mini-series. I kind of hope it's an ongoing if this really gets legs and has interest from people. We have, so far, a couple of images and some creative people behind it. The writing is going to be done by Eric Burnham. He's mostly known for his copious amount of Ghostbusters work. He's done a lot of Ghostbusters stuff over a long period of time. And a little bit of TMNT, a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here and there. So I really hope that Eric is schooled in his Beast Wars lore and really nails those characters really well. I find that part of the weakness that Beast Machines had was that its writers weren't familiar with the lore prior to that, and that kind of hurt the series a little bit. It obviously was balanced out with the voice acting of the previous cast, so Ian Corlett still knew how to do Cheetor, even though it was written differently, and same thing with a lot of the other characters. So I hope Eric doesn't make the mistakes of some of the past and really educates himself about those characters and does a bang-up job. I hope it's amazing. I hope Eric does a great job. Now let's talk about the artist. The artist is a familiar face and a familiar friend, and is that of Josh Burcham. Josh has mostly in the past been known for colorist work within the Transformers lore, and even through Beast Wars has done colorist work. He did the old Beast Wars IDW books and stuff like that. He was the colorist on those. So it's not his first time doing the Beast Wars game, but his unique art style has existed previously in Transformers. Probably the best one, in my opinion, was the one I enjoyed the most, was that of his work with the Machine Wars stuff with Fun Publications. I know that Josh is a huge Machine Wars fan, and for him to do that was quite a joy to see finally, and his art style with its unique style works very well with that, and I almost feel like it works well here with Beast Wars too, because you need to have that organic character, that organic animation trait that is something of Beast Wars. Generation 1, most people know it for the comic books, or alternatively, even more so, the original cartoon from 1984 to 1987. And those, because of the animation with Sunbow and ACOM Studios, facial expressions weren't really their thing, so you could kind of get away with it with G1 comic books. But with Beast Wars, you gotta have that character. You gotta have those facial expressions, and I think Josh could really pull that off. And from what we've seen already from this one cover here, which is supposed to be the cover for issue number 1, looks like he does a good job. Just want to talk about this cover, actually. We got Megatron. We got some kind of, obviously, it looks like the Axelon and the Darkseid going through a transwarp space bridge portal. And we don't know if that ties it to this series being a different continuity. Is it going to be its own thing? Is it going to be a retelling? Is it going to be a side story? We don't know. We'll find that out obviously afterwards. What is interesting also about this cover is while we have the traditional set of 4 Maximals from the original Axelon crew, we do have a 5th member here, and we're not talking Dinobot. We're talking that of a Bat character that when you look at the little detailed hues on this, it's that of the Bat Optimus Primal mold. But when you have Optimus Primal right there, it begs the question, who is this character then? Is this a Optimus Primal Junior, an Optimus Minor, if you will? Is this a brand new character completely? Is this Night Scream? Who knows? Like, who is this character that's using this Optimus Primal, the original Bat Primal design? We will find out. Maybe it'll explain why the Preds, why they had their number of amount of members and there was only 4 on the Axelon team. We're going to find out in this alternate telling of the world. We also see another alternate cover by Nick Brokenshire. So Optimus Primal / Optimus Primal Beast Face looks really good. And then a good look at the second issue's cover that's done by Winston Chan. Very reminiscent of that of the 2 Kingdom toys that we are going to be getting in the near future. I'm very excited about this. This is oddly enough refreshing, considering that, and it's not a knock at IDW, but right now the current G1 IDW book is kind of in a gray area for me. There was a few good stuff like the Valentine's Day special and some stuff that shook it up a little bit, but this is going to be welcoming to see. We have a comment from the editor, David Marriott, and he says here, Beast Wars is a beloved part of the Transformers legacy. That's why we couldn't pass up launching a new series in tandem with the 25th anniversary. Eric and Josh are going to take everything that is beloved about Beast Wars, the characterization, the drama, the jokes, start fresh with a series that will feel at home for fans 25 years and first-timers alike. So that's the best part to take away from it, is that if the feel will be there, if the characters will be there, if Rat Trap's being Rat Trap, if Dinobot's being Dinobot, if Primal's being Primal, we'll just fill it in with those voices and go for a great ride. And Josh's art is going to be very fun to see now, not just in a one-shot, but in a monthly series, hopefully, if this really gets some legs. Let me know what you think about this. I'm very excited. I'm very happy for Josh that he got this opportunity. And this is great stuff. Let me know what you think.